Business organizations. Variations on corporations. An S corporation refers to a corporation that has elected to be taxed like a partnership. There's no tax payable at the corporate level. As with a partnership, the taxable revenues flow through the corporation to the owners, the shareholders, where they're taxed. This avoids double taxation. A corporation files under Subchapter S of the Federal Income Tax Statute, or Subchapter C. The company must file under C if it fails to qualify for Subchapter S status. To qualify for S status, the corporation must have a single class of stock. A corporation with preferred stock and common stock would not qualify. Must have no more than 100 shareholders. All the shareholders must be U.S. taxpayers, and all the shareholders must be individuals. A corporation owning shares would invalidate the S corporation status. A closely held corporation is a small, privately held corporation. The term derives from the old common law close corporation. A closely held corporation usually involves a tightly knit group of shareholders, such as a family or small group of business associates. Following the Securities Acts of the 1930s, shares in close corporations are restricted from sale to the public. A publicly held corporation, on the other hand, has shares registered with the SEC for sale to the public, and shares are publicly traded on the stock markets. A closely held corporation becomes publicly held following SEC registration and initial public offering (IPO). A small company, like a family-owned bakery, may wish to operate differently from a large corporation. Delaware has defined a close corporation in its corporate statutes to provide some flexibility in these situations. Under Delaware law, a close corporation can bypass certain corporate formalities and adopt a management style resembling a partnership. Certain decisions are made by shareholders instead of the board of directors. To qualify as a close corporation, restrictions must be defined in the articles or bylaws of incorporation, or alternatively they must be adopted by a majority vote of the shareholders. These restrictions under Delaware's code allow no more than 30 shareholders in the corporation and require stock transfer restrictions. A shareholder in a close corporation is restricted from selling shares to an outsider. Shares are usually sold, or at least offered to the corporation or an existing shareholder. A close corporation filing for Subchapter S treatment for taxes can operate somewhat like a partnership, but benefit from the limited liability enjoyed by a corporation. California and Model Code states recognize close corporations, but they're generally more restrictive than Delaware, requiring fewer shareholders.